Geeks with beards, geeks with beards. Look who's here, geeks with beards. No need to fear, we're right here. We got beards, so listen clear. Geeks with beards, geeks with beards.
Welcome back, readers, to another episode of Dan's Comic Corner. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Skybound, G.I. Joe number 18. I tell you what, man, this Aaron John universe, I can't say enough good things about it. Between G.I. Joe, Transformers, Void Rivals, it's so good. We just got out of the Dreadnought War in G.I. Joe, so this is continuing that, kind of the aftermath of it. And you can see on our cover here that we have a beautiful picture of Miss Chameleon, a Cobra agent. And I think this was the B cover, if I'm not mistaken. Get a little bit closer look at the cover for a second there, guys. Beautiful artwork. So we'll jump right into it. And we will go to the credits page like always. Who does what and where. And we open it with Hawk. Yeah, it ain't Hawk. It's Zartan. if you watched my last video with the last issue. But he's asking Flint, he's like, yeah, before I get debriefed about what happened to Duke and everybody, he's like, let me ask you about somebody named Roadblock. And Flint's like, he's like, I never served with Mr. Marvin F. Hinton, but apparently he was a heavy gunner. And if you know Roadblock, he was such a cool character in the cartoon series. And we see somebody's cooking, like in a food truck, and he's got a lot of customers. And who is it? It is, again, like I said, it's like a big, just like a food court thing, there. And we're in Biloxi, Mississippi. Bon appetit. And it is Roadblock, Mr. Marvin Hinton. And he's a chef. He's cooking. He's got like a burger shack, basically, that he's cooking everybody for. He's helping out. He's a good person. Roadblock is just a good character. He's just a good soul. A good hometown guy. Marvin's Melts is the name of his food truck, And then who do we have? We have the Crimson Twins, Zaymont and Tomax. And they're like, Mr. Marvin, we might be able to help you. We're from Extensive Enterprises, and we would like to give you an offer. Offer for you to, run a business for us. And he's like, okay. What business? He's like, well, we've got representatives that's come to speak with you in the past. He's like, yep. And they didn't work out too well. He basically said, get out of here, guys. And he's like, yeah, they were being rude. I don't like people being rude. He's like, look, he said, we want you to be the face of our new brand of food truck called Red Rockets. Now, if you know the G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s, there was an episode called Red Rockets Glare, and it was kind of a similar situation. Look at Roadblock. Heavy gunner. Boom, 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 boom. But he's discussing it with the twins here. That he's not interested. Like, well, you're going to regret it. He's like, yeah, whatever. But if you watch the cartoon Red Rockets Glare, the episode, his family, I can't remember the relation if it was his mom and dad or if it was an aunt and uncle, but his family was a restaurant, and they got swindled in by the Crimson Twins to be part of the Red Rocket chain of restaurants. And on the top of each restaurant had a big rocket, a big red rocket. And of course it was part of, one of Cobra's silly plans to try to take over the world and stuff. So Roadblock and a few other Joes come in there to help his family from, being terrorized by Cobra and everybody like that. It's a good episode. It's really, but that's where they took this from, inspiration. And it was a great thing to see that. I love that. But we see the Crimson Guard showing up, and Roblox just like, he ain't having it. he's not having it. He's fighting them off. And it's just so good. He flips over the vehicle. They're running away. He sees the big chain gun. He's like, Of course, the Tomax and Zaymon are just, oh my gosh, let's go find somewhere to eat so I can get the taste of that nasty food out of my mouth. And of course, Roblox right behind them in his food truck. And boom, he crashes right into him, runs him right into a pole. Of course, they're all banged up. Yeah, they deserved it. He gets out, He's like, you could have killed innocent people back there. There was a lot of innocent people back there when you started opening fire your soldiers and everything. So he pulls out that big chain gun. He's like, how can you hold that? It weighs a ton. Roadblock's a big guy. He can handle some weight. So he just opens up on them. Boom, 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 just blows them away. Now we're going to jump now to Springfield, Cobra headquarters. And this is after Destro, Chameleon, rescued Cobra Commander at the end of our last issue. Of course, there's Chameleon talking to Mercer. She's like, oh, God, why are the Dreadnoks here? Mercer's like, it's okay. They add a little color to the place, but they won't be here long. Of course, Destro's like, we're so glad to have you back, Commander. We missed you, blah, 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 Commander's in shadow. He's repairing his arm because, he got tore up pretty bad in the last few issues here, And they're talking. He's like, Destro, I consider you a good friend, maybe even a best friend. But, of course, Cobra Commander's like, Protocol 61, blood, 36 hours ago. And he sees the whole conversation that Destro had with everybody else, that Cobra is mine. Blood's like, wait a minute, what about Cobra Commander? Oh, well, we haven't even found his body yet, that he's dead. So you can't, a little premature, you're saying you're heading Cobra now. And then Cobra Commander's like, friend indeed. So Cobra Commander, he's always got a backup plan. He knew Destro, and he knows that he's, trying to take over and everything like that. But he also knows that he can kind of keep Destro in line a little bit. Cobra Commander, in this comic book here, I don't know about A Real American Hero, Larry Hama's comic. But in this comic here, Cobra Commander is very ruthless. And he is very, very intelligent in this comic here, this version of him. Because if I haven't said it before, this comic, it's part of the Energon universe. It's a separate universe from Larry Hama's A Real American Hero. So yeah, this Cobra Commander is very intelligent. He's very sly. He's not one to mess with. If he says he's going to kill you, he'll more than likely kill you. So, but yeah, once again, another great issue of G.I. Joe from Skybound. Another high recommend, guys. I can't say enough about these comics that I collect and that I'm reviewing. There might be a bad one of these days. We don't know, but so far, every one of them have been really, really good. So until next time, guys, good reading.
Geeks with beards. Geeks with beards. Look who's here. Geeks with beards. No need to fear. We're right here. We got beards. So listen clear. Geeks with beards. Geeks with beards.